For 4,000 years, every civilization that achieved food independence used the same design. Not the same crops, not the same climate, not the same continent. The same circle. Concentric rings, inner to outer. Waste from one ring feeds the next. Nothing is idle, nothing is wasted. Then, in the span of 50 years, one industry broke the circle and turned every family on Earth into a customer. The average American family now spends $12,000 a year on food they could produce on a single acre, using a design that cost nothing to operate. This video explores agricultural history and published research. It is not financial or lifestyle advice. Every civilization that fed itself for 1,000 years designed the same circle. The one that broke it became a customer. The archive has 5,000 years of evidence, and it starts with a canal. The archive opens on the banks of a canal in Mesopotamia. 5,000 years ago, a woman walks from her dwelling to the innermost ring. Herbs, onions, leafy greens, the crops she reaches for every morning. She does not walk far. She does not need to. Beyond the inner ring, grain, barley and emmer wheat. Beyond that, livestock, goats and sheep whose manure returns to the soil of the inner ring. And on the perimeter, wild forage and date palms, windbreak, fuel, shade. The canal irrigates the inner garden. Silt from the outer fields enriches the canal water. The waste of one ring feeds the next. She does not know she is following a design that will feed empires. She does not call it a system. She calls it survival. But she was not the only one. If knowledge like this shouldn't stay buried, subscribe to the Green Archive. We open files that were closed for a reason. The archive turns. 1,200 years after Mesopotamia, on a lake in central Mexico, a civilization built the circle on water. Artificial islands, 6 to 10 meters wide, 100 meters long, layered with vegetation, dirt, and lake mud. The water provided moisture. Decomposing organic waste fertilized the soil from below. 7 harvests per year. On the same islands, the Aztec Chinampas, still functioning in Xochimilco, 800 years later. UNESCO protected the site in 1987, not as a museum, as a working farm. The archive turns again, 2,000 years before the Chinampas, in the Pearl River Delta of southern China. Another civilization closed the loop completely. Mulberry trees grew on raised dikes. Their leaves fed silkworms. Silkworm waste dropped into fish ponds below. Fish pond mud was scooped back onto the dikes to fertilize the mulberry trees. 4 outputs from one system: silk, fish, fruit, fertilizer. UNESCO recognized it in 2017 as a globally important agricultural heritage system. It has operated continuously for 2,500 years. Cato the Elder wrote the circle down in 160 BCE. Villa, to kitchen garden, to orchard, to crop field, to pasture. The oldest surviving prose work in Latin is a farming manual describing the circle. In sub-Saharan Africa, compound farming still follows the same concentric rings today, practiced by millions, every continent, every millennium, the same circle. They did not copy each other. They discovered the same truth, independently. But there is a detail buried in the design that explains why it was erased. Here is what every civilization understood, that we were taught to forget. The inner ring grows the food you eat daily. The scraps from that food feed the animals in the middle ring. The manure from those animals enriches the soil of the inner ring. The perennial plants on the outer ring produce biomass, mulch, feed, windbreak. That protects everything inside. Waste from one ring becomes fuel for the next. The circle closes. Nothing leaves the system. Modern ecology calls this nutrient cycling. Nature calls it a circle. It has been running for 4.5 billion years. Think of it as an operating system. It runs in the background. You do not see it. But every living ecosystem on Earth runs on it. Nature designed the original operating system. It costs nothing to run. Industrial agriculture replaced that operating system with a subscription model. The subscription costs $12,000 a year, and it breaks every winter. So who broke the circle, and when? The circle did not break overnight. It was broken in 3 stages. Stage 1, the explosion, 1945. The war ends. Ammonium nitrate factories, built to produce bombs. Phase closure. 1.6 million tons of production capacity with no war to supply. The solution? Sell it to farmers as fertilizer. The same molecule that destroyed cities was sold as progress. Synthetic nitrogen made animal manure unnecessary. The first link in the circle was cut. Stage 2, the flattening. Tractors required flat, uniform fields. Concentric zones could not be mechanized. Between 1950 and 1997, American farms doubled in size. The number of farms was halved. Farm labor dropped from 47% of the workforce to 2%. The circle was too complex for machines. Stage 3, the dependency, the green revolution, grocery infrastructure, suburban sprawl. Self-sufficiency became inefficient. The average family became a $12,000 a year customer. No one banned the circle. No one needed to. They just stopped teaching it. Extension services teach row crop farming. Agricultural schools teach monoculture. The Farm Bill subsidizes corn and soy, not concentric zones. This is not a conspiracy. It is an incentive structure. When every link in the chain profits from dependency, the circle breaks itself. If this kind of investigation deserves to exist, like this video, share it with someone who has land. But the circle did not die. It went underground. And one family proves it. Somewhere in America, 12 adults run a homestead on 100 acres. 100 hens, 600 quail, dairy goats, beehives, a root cellar. They process 500 quail every month for protein. They render tallow from wild hog fat. They grow and blend their own animal feed. They pressure can, water bath, and freeze dry. 2 years of food stored at all times. Kitchen scraps feed the quail. Quail manure feeds the garden. The garden feeds the kitchen. The kitchen feeds the family. The family walks the circle. She does not read permaculture textbooks. She does not attend workshops. She walks the circle because her grandmother walked it. She does not call it a system. She calls it Tuesday. And 6,000 miles away. A woman writes, I am 73, from South Africa. I am going to do it. The circle remembers, and so do the people who walk it. There is a detail buried in the data. 500 million smallholder farms, 85% of every farm on Earth. They manage only 9% of the world's agricultural land, but they feed most of the planet. They do not read permaculture textbooks. They do not attend workshops. They walk the circle because their grandmothers walked it, and theirs before them. For 4,000 years, the circle kept turning. In 1978, 2 Australians, Bill Mollison and David Holmgren, gave the circle a new name. They called it permaculture. They wrote books. They built a movement. But the archive calls it something older. The forgotten circle was never forgotten. It was only forgotten by us. Draw the circle on your land. Kitchen nearest. Compost next. Animals in the middle ring. Perennial forage on the edges. One afternoon, one design. The same circle every civilization used. The circle does not break. It bends, it waits, it grows back. Right now, a family in Texas is buying their first acre at 50 years old. A man in Hawaii is clearing 24 acres, 50 by 50 feet at a time. A woman in Ireland is spending $1,500 a month on groceries and wondering if there is another way. There is. There has always been. It is 4,000 years old. It appeared on every continent. It fed empires. And it asks nothing from the grocery store. 4,000 years. 7 continents. The same circle. All it needs is someone willing to walk it again. The archive closes. But the circle does not break. It has always been there, waiting for someone to remember how to walk it. How big is your circle? Tell us in the comments, because that knowledge is the archive. Subscribe to the Green Archive. We excavate the knowledge they made you forget. Every file we open was closed for a reason. The next archive opens soon.